I don't know why I just can't go on doing it the way I've always done it. The students come and go every year. I hear no complaints. Yeah, well, if that was the case, I'd be a hot stinking millionaire and maybe quit this job just to hear the end of your constant nagging, Speculos. I mean, seriously, who do you think you are? Sure, then maybe you can get whatever trained monkey you'd like to take my job. And wouldn't that make you really jump for joy? Oh, Speculos the snake, since the day I met you.
Pause! Ooh. Perhaps you've been in a situation like this in your workplace before, where there are two at odds with one another when they should be focused on the client. In this instance, Martinisha and Speculos are suffering from a damaged relationship. This is a sad story, but I, the spectrally incarnate oracle of relationships, will reveal to you how you can remedy this situation. First, a note on the importance of relationships when teaching adult students such as Martinisha. Some simple reminders should do the trick. Primarily, according to Spalding and Smith, 2012, we must find a common goal. That is, the teaching must not come from on high in a manner which is directed at the adult student, but instead collaborated upon. Yes, and they must agree in the direction the lessons are heading. Second, according to Gershom, 2012, it is important to develop a relationship of trust. And this takes time and understanding, you see, especially when there are cultural differences between the instructional coach and the adult student, yes. Since this is the 21st century, my senses tell me that you are in a cross-cultural situation yourself, yes. And finally, according to Bean and DeFord, 2012, you must be willing to overlook the small inconveniences and battles to see the bigger picture and know that you're working with a person of value who can make a difference in the life of students for generations to come. Yes, you can make a difference just as sure as you can create a loving relationship with your adult students. It is of the utmost importance. Let's see how. One way of building a trusting relationship with adult students, according to Jim Knight, 2011, is to ask questions. Humans love feeling listened to, and allowing them that opportunity will make them feel that the listener is in their best interests. Yes, it's true. They receive dopamine from being heard and understood, according to psychologist Jennifer Kalari, 2012. And showing people that you're listening makes them relate to you better. Also, by asking questions, you can see the common goals and priorities shared by the instructional coach and the adult student. Let's watch as Speculos and Martinisha demonstrate. Ciao. Hey Martinisha, what a pleasure to get to work with you this semester. Let's chat a bit about how you want to grow this semester.
Ooh la la, a man who actually cares what I have to say. If only my ex-husband had been so benevolent. Sure, Speculos, let's chat.
Okay, great. What do you want to focus on most of this year as you continue to grow in your career?
Well, I suppose it'd have to be my classroom management.
Ah, yes. This is typical. If I were to come into your class right now, what should I expect to see?
Well, I've been teaching for several years, and the problem is this batch of kids are just so darn diverse, I just don't know how to pin them down.
Oh, yes. So what has been hard for you is the diversity of the classroom and how to manage and speak to each person as you manage the classroom.
You nailed it, Speculos, you devil, you.
Okay. Now, how would you like to work together on a cross-cultural management plan to intervene and make your classroom a little more diverse?
Well, that would be swell. My mother always said that, Martinisha. That's just so Martinisha. Well, guess what, Ma? I'm going to be multicultural now.
Super. Another way of building trusting relationship with adult students, according to Jim Knight 2011, is to create and move toward common goals. To that end, according to Bean and DeFord 2012, data, may it be student grades, work samples, or teacher observations, is a great way to open the door to creating goals that are shared between instructional coach and the learner. Let's watch Speculoos and Martinisha demonstrate. Ciao, Martinisha. I had a chance to review the behavioral data we took when I was in your classroom last week.
Is that so? Give me the scoop, Speculoos. Don't leave me hanging.
Well, over the course of your lesson, 10 different students ask you to repeat yourself 18 different times. Are your vocal cords okay?
Please, Speculoos. This songbird ain't leaving the stage anytime soon.
Oh.
That is an absurd amount of talking, though. How can I change to make it better?
Yes, all the repetition is enough to make you crazy. And all the time one-on-one makes the class a little bit crazy. Let's work together to create a plan based on the data that can help you reduce the classroom issues by reducing the number of times that you have to repeat yourself. That way you could save your voice.
You hear that, Mom? Your baby's gonna be a star. Let's go get these kids, Speculoos.
Okay. It can be difficult to provide feedback in a way that is respectful and kind, so that it will be well received. But aside from that, one must ask the question, is my feedback really being heard? Does it make sense to the learners? And are they going to recognize what it means? Yes. According to Spalding and Smith 2012, one way to build upon the feedback is to have your learners brainstorm how the successes they have achieved might progress in the next week, month, and even year. Let's see how Martinisha and Speculoos navigate the situation. Ciao, Martinisha. I just had a chance to review your behavioral data we took in the classroom last week.
Hopefully you've seen some improvement, Spec. I have noticed the kids ask to repeat myself less often.
You are absolutely right. You've improved excellently so far with just a few changes to your teaching style.
Well, Speculoos, I'd like to think I keep my style and just arranged to keep my sanity as well.
Oh, Martinisha, I always enjoy that sense of humor. Please do celebrate your achievements, but tell me, how can you continue to improve in this regard in the next few weeks?
Well, I'm not quite sure what you mean, but I suppose I'll just keep doing the same things we talk about. Putting the steps up on the board, having to repeat steps out loud.
How can you take what you've learned so far, like that, and improve it in such a way that it transforms the way you teach in the next year?
Well, Speculoos, I'm taken aback. I'm going to have to think about this and get back to you.
Excellent. I will catch you later. According to Wiggins 2012, adult students can get overwhelmed with feedback if you try to give them too many steps at a time. Instead, focus and have them focus on a single aspect that will help them achieve their goals. Additionally, if you linger over long, you will be like the friend who overstays his welcome, making the host less likely to cooperate and welcome you in the future. Be sure to teach and leave, a technique discussed by Spalding and Smith 2012, which involves getting in and getting out of the adult learner's classroom with as little lingering as may be. Let's see how Speculoos and Martinisha handle this scenario. Yes. Ciao, Martinisha. I just had a chance to review the behavioral data we took in your classroom last week.
Oh, golly gee willikers. What have you got for me now?
Well, I just thought I'd leave you with this article about different ways of approaching the same problem you've been having with your 5th period class.
Well, Speculoos, that's a helping hand indeed.
I think you will particularly
particularly enjoy paragraph 17A. This is specifically addresses your concern. Okay? Bye!
That's Speculoos, always on the run.